I want to make sure that if you want the Greater Toronto Area stats, the high level of the GTA, but then also the micro stats. So if you're in Richmond Hill, if you're in Oakville and in Burlington and in Durham and Mississauga, we have it all packaged for you. All you have to do is text the word stats, STATS, to 647 372 0126. Text the word stats to 647 372 0126. We're going to jump into the Q&A, but just before we do that, as we were talking about putting out intentions, and we do it very naturally on a daily basis by ourselves and with our network, I think it's for all the viewers right now, start putting out in the chat group right now your intention for 2021.
Yeah, buddy.
I want you to put it out there. It starts like this, guys. It just actually starts like this. Put it out to the world right now, because somebody who's watching in Vancouver might just be like, oh my God, that was my intention as well. Let's connect. And then we'll get you guys connected. Don't worry about the logistics. Like what Alfonso said earlier, he didn't know how. Simos overlaid that with, that's what REC is. Like, here's the thing. You never really need to know the how. The how will always appear. The two most important parts is what do you want and why do you want it? Because when things get tough, it's the why that's going to get you through it. The what is going to be the intention. Put it out in the world right now into the chat. What is your intention? I'll get started right now. Alfonso, I'm not going to correct you because I think your intention is 75,000.
Jazzy, what was Simon? Let's do a throwback to one of our greatest mentors, our late partner Simon, used to talk about the bus. Get on the bus.
Yeah.
So find your seat.
Yeah.
So get on the goddamn bus.
They're coming through already, currently getting a license in real estate in Durham. Well, you've got a couple of good, handsome-looking gentlemen. I'm talking about myself and Simos, this one, Bobby, and Alfonso, that run an organization in real estate. I think it was Rias. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. You're getting your license. Once you get your license, come on over, give us a call. We'll get you connected with the rest of our organization. You'll be talking with Bobby Pume. I'll put out my intention first. My intention, I have two boys, a 7-year-old and an almost 5-year-old in 2 days. My intention from the start was to get them 10 properties each. Right now we're at 8. I'm going to get them 10 properties each. That's Jazz's intention. Simos, I want you to put out your intention, and then over to you, Bobby, and then we'll jump into the Q&A.
My intention right now at this point of my life is 100% surrounding my health and prioritizing my mental game and upping my mental game. So I'm doing, I work 12 to 14 hours a day every day. But at nighttime, I spend time, that 2-3 hour window with the kids, and then I go either back to work or I self-educate, and I'm attending a lot of webinars. I'm going to be putting a strategy in place for certain in the morning between 8:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., which is going to be Simeon time, which means physical activity, mental activity via actual meditation, which is my number one focus in my life right at this second, and my business is always my intention. So I have multiple businesses. My businesses are always in my intentions, but right now it's Simos focus time. So it's my health that's coming first. So awesome. This year I'm engaging actually one of our real estate team members who is built like a freaking Armenian god. His name is Gevik. And we also have a Persian god, Cheyenne, who are models in fitness legit. And they're going to be helping me out in actually attaining some of my goals, which is weight loss and fitness upgrades. So, I want to be back on it.
I love it. Bobby, before you put out your intention, the chat's lighting up, guys. Keep this going. You're putting it out. You don't know. You're going to look back in 2021, some beautiful day in August, and say, that day a beautiful day in Toronto in November, whatever the date is today. I put it out to the world, and now it's starting to happen. Just to add to that, guys, you just heard Simos' intention. So now let's try to help him and hold him accountable. That's what networks do. That's what communities do. We're going to help him out. So if you see a story on his Instagram for 4 days in a row eating a double scoop ice cream and a burger and a pizza and all that stuff, you DM him and say, Simos, you're allowed to have a cheat meal. We'll even give you a cheat day. You're not getting away with 5 days of burgers, pizzas, and beers. So that's how this works, guys. We live it, we breathe it, we sleep it. We want you to be part of it. Bobby, Mr. Pugh.
So thankfully, Simos has got tiny little wrists. He can't hold more than one scoop. So he'll be fine. It's going to work, right? But my intention, and Alfonso, I hate to break this one to you, my man, in this forum. I was going to call you soon, but Laura and I got engaged. Did you know this? Yeah.
Congratulations, my man.
Right? So some of our goals have changed because of that, right? We want to start to back Laura out, and my intention is to make sure that our real estate can do that. We've got a goal set, 10 more properties. I love the multi-fam game, right? I keep it in a wheelhouse that I know that I'm comfortable with consistent growth in, and that's exactly what we're focusing on all the time, all day, every day, so that when we decide we want to start a family, because I'm not as old as I look, but I'm creeping up on Simos pretty quickly there. We want to make sure that we have everything that we need to continue to grow, so that each one of my then kids in the future can have a portfolio of their own, and generational wealth is the actual goal. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Alfonso, congratulations to you, Bobby, as well. Alfonso, before we jump into Q&A, we want, and I'm sure the viewers and the listeners want to hear you actually declare and decide. And guys, I love that word decide, because it means you're cutting off everything else. Think about the root of that word. It comes from the family of suicides, genocides, homicides. That means that you cut off all other options. You're deciding, you're making the decision, and you're declaring. You declare your intentions to the world now, Alfonso.
So I don't want people to forget about 2020. We still got some 2020 left. Okay, so don't be setting your 2021 goals and saying, I'm going to wait till December 31st to get started. No. Whatever it is that you declared.
Alfonso, we were talking about horses with blinders. Something that I've always said is that the real thoroughbreds, they come in at the end, right around that last bend.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where we are in November right now. Yeah. So I totally agree with you.
You got 2 amazing months. And what I love about December, I love December. I love December because all the buyers are sleeping. This is your time to creep in and get yourself a deal, right? So from now till next year, what I'm looking for, here's the key word: cash flowing, profitable, 1,000 more doors. At least between 5 to 6% cash on cash return, right? Because you can set the wrong intention, like the guy that was the car sales guy that wished he was selling imports and woke up one day in China selling Ford products, selling Ford cars. You can send that, you can create an intention and you might just get that, but maybe not the way you thought you would get it. So the detail is very, very important, right? So I want
awesome.
I want 1,000 more doors, and they need to be cash flowing doors between 5 to 6. Well, I would say 5 and up. 5 and up.
Awesome.
Cash on cash.
So if you have not put out your intention into the chat right now, I really want you to ask yourself, why not? Are you being insecure? Are you being scared just to put it out there? Are you not wanting...
Are you afraid of judgment?
Are you afraid of judgment? What is it? You look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself that question right now. Why haven't you put out your intention? We're having a lot of fun with this, but this is real, guys. Put out the intention now. Bobby, should we bring in Tai Tai right now? and get him to throw some questions to Alfonso. Alfonso, can we still borrow you for another?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm good to go.
Awesome, brother. Ty, come on in, brother. Throw the questions at Alfonso, myself, Simos, Bobby, wherever they're directed. But we want to see your face, man.
Hey, guys.
Where are you, Ty?
What's up? Hello.
How's
Where are
it
you?
going?
Alfonso, you're amazing, man. No, this has been a great brunch so far.
Appreciate that, Tyler. Great to meet you.
All right, let's start this off. This one's for Alfonso from Tina. Hi, Alfonso. Thanks for sharing your story. Just a little more info, please, on how you went from 5 doors, I would assume, to 50 doors in a short time.
Yeah.
Did you use OPM?
Yeah, I absolutely used OPM. I learned earlier on that I needed to reach out to people that knew what they were doing. If I was going to do this on my own, I probably would not have started. At the very beginning, when we used to read newspapers. I used to read the classified sections, and I noticed that ads from multiple different people, selling real estate or looking for investors in the classified section, and I saw that a lot of these ads were from the same person, and so I reached out to that person and I said, hey, you want to have a cup of coffee? And then we sat down. We had some coffee. I said, I want to do what you're doing, and he said, well, I don't have time to teach anybody. And I said, I'll pay you to do it. And he ended up helping me out and showing me a specific strategy. And that strategy was some people call it the BRRRR, some people call it flip to yourself, refi flip. It really it's irrelevant. I didn't even have a name for it. It was just like, when I was going through that first refi and I bought a property and I have money in my hand, I still did not understand how that worked. But I didn't question it. I went back to my mentor and I said, now what? He said, well, just do it again. And I just continued the same, rinse and repeat, and I never looked back.
Love it.
Awesome.
Time.
So the next question is from Lisa. Can Alfonso please elaborate on how he's preparing?
Good. So,
Great question.
what do you need to have a really great company, right? You need good people, you need a good product or service, and you need a process, systems. Most people forget about the system part. Most people do not invest into proper systems, and sometimes those systems, like me, have to come with other humans because I don't know how to operate systems, sophisticated softwares that manage property and, QuickBooks and the accounting. And so that will be paralyzing for a lot of people when they get to the end of the year. They have like maybe 3 or 4 properties and there's stacks of paper like this. And so I said, if I'm gonna expand, I need to be able to absorb way more inventory than this. And if we're stuck here, you can become a bottleneck. If you're stuck at the paperwork, for example, then you're gonna spend all your time trying to organize your paperwork, and you're not gonna be out there looking at inventory. And so what I've done is I've attracted the right people. I've identified our niche, which is multifamily, and I went out and I looked at people that are managing 7,500 doors, 10,000 doors, and I said, what are you using? And so usually that comes with a price tag to get some of these systems. But there's no way I'm going to wait until I get the 7,500 doors to start investing in my systems. That's going to be a disaster. So right now, that's how I'm preparing.
I'm pretty sure you're hearing our Monday morning meetings, because that's like literally what we're talking about right now.
Well, I don't think it's a coincidence that because success, one of the best sayings of all time is that success leaves clues.
Yes.
And if you don't watch film, so if you're going to be going to the Super Bowl and you haven't watched film, you're not winning that Super Bowl. If you want to to start a business or to be a real estate agent. Just let's keep this simple. You don't have a CRM to log your conversations and make sure that you have accurate descriptions and a plan forward. You're not going to succeed. So the basic and fundamentals of anything you do, 1,000 doors, 500,000 doors, success in your business, whether you sell ice cream or whatever it is you do, success leaves clues. If you're in the ice cream business, call Nestle. Figure out what they did. Call Haagen-Dazs. Call somebody.
Guys, we're going to be eating a lot of ice cream after this because I've heard ice cream 63 times on this right now. It's a beautiful day out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so what Simos is saying is absolutely true. Success does leave clues. And a lot of people starting out, they want to, it's called the 6 hat syndrome. They want to do all the roles. They want to manage. They want to, look for properties. They want to do the accounting. They want to be the cleanup guy. They want to be the renovation guy. And so what happens is you end up spinning your wheels, and you don't get ahead. You will get some done, but you will never be able to grow as fast as you want. Now, for me, luckily, I'm not skilled in these areas, so I really look for professionals. I look for people that are skilled. I attract them, and this is what I always tell people: success is simply all about finding the people that play at the things that you have to work hard at. And so, if you have a hard time with numbers, why are you playing with numbers? There's somebody else that loves numbers. We have a girl here at our office. Like, she is a superhuman, her mind is like a computer, and she has like a photographic memory, and she, like, her favorite thing to do is just input data, input numbers, and it's like perfect. Find one of those, and like let them go. Let them do what they love, right?
It's the art of delegation, right? If you can figure out what you are best at and let others handle what you have a hard time doing, as you mentioned. I mean, personally, in the last 2.5 years, I haven't touched a computer. I actually forgot now how to really use a laptop or even a computer because I wasn't good at it. I still type like this if I have to, you know what I mean? But I'm a lot more, not only efficient, but I'm a lot more effective now because I have everything I need to do on a phone. It's a lot more of this stuff that I feel a lot more comfortable. It's really my passion. And so I love what you talked about there. Like, find the people. Like, there's people who love data entry. There's people who love just making phone calls all day. I mean, Tyler is a great example of that. Tyler came into our world wanting to be an actual real estate agent, going out, showing properties. And 2.5 years in, he looked at us and he said, there's no way I want my life to look like Jazz's or Simos's. No way. You know what I would love to do? Yes, Joe, Tyler does rock. Guys, what I would love to do? I would love to have a setting where I'm 9 to 5, 10 to 6, whatever it is, where I can just speak to people, call people. He likes to speak to the Joes and the Arts and the Tinas of the world and just have a conversation, see if they need anything. And because that intention that he put out, we reverse engineered that role for him, right? And so for whatever you're not good at, find someone that will, because to Alfonso's point, you'll be able to expand a lot quicker.
I just really like talking, so being able to speak with people every single day is perfect.
Tyler, just as an FYI, I was speaking to Paul and Isabella Grabowski yesterday.
Yeah.
We had a little check-in, and they stopped the conversation, and they said, I want to say this. Obviously, you already know this. They go to me, but to come out of my mouth, Tyler is our favorite member of your team. And I was
Thank
like,
you, guys.
whatever that's supposed to mean to me at this point. I was like, do you want to talk to Tyler, maybe?
Tyler spends a lot of time with me. That's Tyler telling Paul to say that, because then...
Yeah, it's like, make sure to say good things about me, Paul and Isabella, to Simeon.
No, they did. They wouldn't stop telling me how amazing you are.
Well, hold on a second. Tyler, what do you think about Ottawa? Would you ever think of relocation?
I've been once in the winter. answer. It was really nice.
You should come up here, man. Spend some time in our office.
I'll definitely be there.
I'm gonna kick him up. I'm gonna kick him up. Bye, Alfonso. See you guys.
It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay.
Throw the other questions at us.
Okay, so the next question is from Carrie Ann. And by the way, Tina, thanks so much. You guys all have a Tyler in your life. Literally, call me, text me, and I will help you out. So just, you have me in your life. Just use me. So the next one from Carrie Ann. You just did my first real estate purchase of a pre-construction. Wondering what would be a good next step purchase. Considering the blinders and focusing on one area, should I continue in pre-construction or in turn maybe potentially diversify and look at another option?
The question is for who?
Well, you know what? I think maybe we can all
Whoever, open
Okay.
discussion.
It really
I
depends. It
personally don't
depends.
care yet.
Yeah, I would say it depends on your goals and your time availability, right? Pre-construction is a really great investment. You know, it's very passive, and if you are busy pursuing, you know, and your career and that brings you fulfillment, this is just becomes another stream. Like, you know, it's very passive. And as long as you are engaging with people like Simos and Jazz and Bobby and Tyler, they're going to guide you in the right way.
I mean, I know Carrie Ann personally as well, and I totally agree with what you just said, Alfonso. Pre-construction, I think, in her life is one of the best strategies because she wants to pursue her career, and with the fact that with a pre-construction investment strategy, you're able to put that down payment down over a 4-year period, on top of the fact that you don't need to get a mortgage until closing, it gives you flexibility, right? We here at REC generally cap our clients and advise our clients, and if they go outside of us, shame on you. I'm playing. But if they go outside of us,
But why would you? Why would you?
Why would yeah? But like we cap generally everyone off at 3 that are not closed and built yet, right? Because you don't want to have too much in the future bucket, and so we kind of cap people at 3.
Yeah. For me, guys, it would be a pre-construction condo. Yes, as a strategy, is future facing, but at the end of the day, it's going to be an income property, a single door income property. If you are in the future market, if you made a pre-con purchase and you've invested in the future of our city or any city for that matter, you do need to consider if you're staking within that buy and hold strategy, which is pre-construction. You need to make sure that you're aligned with either your business goals, as Alfonso mentioned, meaning that you may want to stick with one more until you reach your business goals, or get into the current income property game, which really protects you from ups and downs. So it actually supports your income and does everything else. So just stick within the parameters of your real business goals.
Nice.
All right, so the next question here is from Julia. So I'm finding the biggest hurdle right now is deciding if I should incorporate or not. Getting different answers from different people, and I know it depends on what my goals are, but also being told it is hard to get mortgages if I am incorporated. So what do you guys recommend?
I can start that one. Yeah, it's true. Depending on the product that you're looking for, what type of multifamily are we talking about, right? There's lenders out there that have issues with putting duplexes, single-family homes, and triplexes under corporation. So that will limit the amount of properties that you could go after. But if you are looking at 4+, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to get financing with a corporation. Now, the question that she's asking is really a question that she should be having with her accountant, right? Because it's really individually based, and for me, everything that I personally do is under a corporation because that's the advice that my accountant has given me, and they have a structure, and so I'm working with really qualified people that know more than I do, and so that corporation question really should be a corporation that you have with your accountant, because it really depends on your income, what type of properties, what are your goals. So that would be my answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ty.
And if you guys do need to be introduced to an accountant, we do work with a few. So send a text to the number that Jazz was saying. Just write accountant in it, and
Or just even easier, Tyler, not to cut you off, if you're looking for an actual introduction like that, it's probably going to be even easier if you just email Tyler directly at info@reccanada.com, info@reccanada.com. Just from a sake of time perspective, Tyler, why don't you just rapid fire some questions at Alfonso right now?
awesome. Well, this one actually is for REC, so I'll do one for us. And then Alfonso, I'll ask you the last one. Does REC help if I'm looking for pre-construction outside of the projects we promote? So I would assume you're asking if it's outside the GTA.
Yeah, look, I mean, high level, we get 50 projects at our desk every single year. We only get loud about 8 to 10 of them. In fact, in 2020, there was really only 7, and then one just was like a no-brainer that came to our table like 4 days ago, because the down payment structure is something that we've never seen. And so we were actually not going to be promoting any more projects for 2020, but this one, like, it literally fell on our lap. We've known the developer for a very long time, and so now we have to kind of, like, it was just like, okay, it's 5% now, and then no payments until like a year from now or something. And so not that this brunch is about launching anything, so if you want information on that, just send an email to info@reccanada.com, and Tyler will make sure you get all the info for that project. Outside of the 8 to 10, we can get you, if there's a pre-construction contract